The call. It started with a phone call, a sharp, sudden ringing that cut through the silence of her small apartment. She hesitated before answering, fingers hovering over the screen. It was late, too late for anyone to be calling. She pressed the button, lifted the phone to her ear. Hello? The voice on the other end was urgent, desperate, and somehow familiar. Listen to me. You don't have much time. In exactly 2 minutes, someone is going to knock on your door. Do not answer it. She frowned. Who is this? The voice hesitated, then said, I don't have time to explain. Just trust me. Don't open the door. There was something in the way she spoke, a kind of fear that didn't sound rehearsed, didn't sound fake. But it had to be fake, right? Is this some kind of joke? Mark? Camilla? Who put you up to this? This isn't a joke, the voice snapped. I'm you. I'm calling from the future. Silence. Then she laughed, a short, nervous chuckle. Oh, sure, right. And what? You time traveled just to prank call me? The voice on the phone stayed quiet for a moment. Then, softly, almost gently, it said, I know about the box. Her stomach twisted. What box? She whispered. The one you buried behind Grandma's oak tree when you were 9. You wrote, do not open until I die, on the lid. You never told anyone. It's still there. A cold, creeping feeling crawled up her spine. She hadn't thought about that box in years. She never told anyone. Never. Her breath caught. The voice on the phone was steady now, calm but insistent. Because I am you, and I'm telling you, do not open the door. Then, knock, knock, knock. Her blood ran cold. The sound echoed through her tiny apartment, loud against the silence. She stared at the door, her grip on the phone tightening. Oh my God. The knocking came again, more insistent. Don't move, the voice on the phone whispered. Don't speak. Don't make a sound. She clamped a hand over her mouth, her breathing shallow. The room felt smaller, the air heavier, and then a voice from outside, soft, familiar. Hey, I know you're in there. Her heart pounded. It's me, the voice continued. It's you. Open the door. The phone in her hand trembled. No, this wasn't real. This couldn't be real. She swallowed hard, every instinct screaming at her to stay still, to stay quiet. But her feet were already moving. Don't, the voice on the phone begged now, breaking, desperate. Please, don't. But her fingers were already on the lock. Click. The door creaked open. A gust of cold air rushed in, raising goosebumps on her skin, and standing on the other side of the threshold was herself, but not quite. The figure looked like her, but wrong. Her hair was slightly disheveled, damp and stringy, as if she'd been standing in the rain for hours. Her clothes hung off her body, stretched and worn. Her skin, pale, too pale, a sickly waxen shade. And then there were her eyes, dark, hollow, and when she smiled, her lips didn't stop curling upward. She took a step back, heart slamming against her ribs. The other her tilted her head, grin widening. Took you long enough, she said, voice dripping with something hungry. Her breath hitched. Then, the voice on the phone, quiet now, hollow. Now it's too late. A sharp click. The call ended. Silence. And then the door slammed shut.